Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. So today we are going to be taking a look at one of my probably top 5 favorite handguns. I have this model in a couple different calibers. I have it in the 40, I also have it in the 9mm. I already did a review video on that one, so if you missed it, you can check it out here. Obviously, with that being said, I'm talking about the Springfield XDS. Again, this is in the 40 caliber. I have the 9mm, the older generation, but yes, I really like these. They're really nice. They're really easy to compact. But before we get into all that, a little bit of information. Springfield is an American-made company. They're based out of Illinois. I think that's pretty cool. I try to buy American-made as much as I can. They were founded by a gentleman named Bob Reese in 1974. You might know Springfield. Maybe you don't know the XDS series, but you might know them based off their Hellcat, which is like micro compact. It's the largest capacity micro compact, I believe, when it first came out. They also have the M1A, which is a newer version of the M1 Grand. They also have their Springfield Saint AR-15 line, or you might know them from one of their classic 1911 pistols. So today we're going to be doing a review on the XDS 40. I really like this caliber. It's a little bit bigger than 9mm, obviously. Now the XD is their main run. It's their main platform, their main pistol. They have, I think, like 3 different models in it. If I'm correct, they have the M, the S, and the E, I think. Now the XDS stands for single stack. So if you can see right there, your grip is very, very thin. That's because your bullets are just in a straight line. They're not staggered like a double stack. So you're going to have a smaller capacity, but it's going to have a thinner profile. So it's going to be a little bit more comfortable, a little bit easier to conceal than a double stack firearm. I do like the fact that this firearm is incredibly easy to break down and maintain. We'll get into that here in a second. One of the things that I commonly go back and forth on is my, no offense to Springfield, but my Sig Sauer P320 M18 is my favorite pistol that I own and probably that I've shot. I love everything about that firearm. The only negative thing I can say is you know, it's a double stack, so it's a little bit bigger to try to conceal in the hot summer months. The XDS line made by Springfield is a little bit nicer because with, like I just said, with them being single stacked, easier to conceal, easier to walk around with. Now, unlike my M18, this doesn't have an external safety. What it has is a safety lever there and a safety lever on the trigger. Before I show you this, just make sure it's clear. So we'll drop the mag, rack it a couple times, lock the slide, inspect, no bullet. So with that being said, the trigger system, if you try to pull this trigger in for whatever reason, if it gets caught on something, you know, your belt loop, your holster, you're walking through the woods, a stick gets jammed in there, whatever. This trigger will not pull back unless both of these levers are activated. So even if your palm lever is pushed in and you try to pull the trigger back without moving your trigger lever, trigger safety lever, whatever they're called, trigger's still not going to go in. Vice versa. If you just go ahead and have a terrible grip and grab the trigger by itself without pulling in that palm lever, that trigger's not going in. So both levers have to be pulled in for this firearm to go. That's it. So I kind of like it. At the same time, I kind of don't, but you know, it is what it is. You know, I'm kind of used to it. It's one of those things that when I go from something that has an external safety to this, I'm like, man, I don't like this. And then I start shooting it and I say, ah, man, I really like that. why do pistols have external safeties? And then I go back to an external safety and I go, this is so dumb. And then I start shooting it and I'm like, oh, this is actually a lot safer to carry around. You make up your mind. I clearly haven't made up mine. So we're gonna go ahead and reposition the camera so you guys, you know what, we'll just do it right here because it's so incredibly easy. Again, no mag, it's clear, nothing's in the chamber. Pull your slide back, lock that into place. Eleanor just woke up. Flip your takedown lever up like that. Let it go, and then pull the trigger in and it slides off. So there's that. What's going on, sweetheart? You learning a lot? We gotta make this quick, guys, sorry. Remove your recoil spring. Barrel pops out like so. You wanna make sure everything here is nice and clean and well lubed. There's no solvent or anything. There's a dog hair in there. Thanks, Ryder Rizuki. Little Miss Ellie Benelli just woke up from a nap, and I think she was a little upset that I was making videos without her. Huh. You want to help Dad show everybody how to reassemble the XDS 40? Okay. Let's get you set up in your chair. Okay, Eleanor. We're going to show everyone how to reassemble this. It's pretty easy, but you already know that. Huh. Okay, guys, so where was I? So I think I was talking about cleaning. When you're cleaning, you want to make sure your barrel's nice and clean. Obviously with pistols, especially smaller pistols, the cleaner they are, the more reliable they're going to be. So, you know, I have a little bit of oil coming off, but for the most part, it is spotless clean. You want to make sure your slide rails are nice and clean. Once you start getting solvent and residue build up in there, it's not going to slide as nice. It might feel like it's kind of binding up a little bit. But anyways, barrel drops back in right like that. And the one thing that I really like about the Springfield pistols is that unlike my M18, if you guys missed that video, I can't remember, here's a link to it. Your recoil spring, the plate on the back, is completely round. So with my M18, I have to make sure that is positioned a certain way, otherwise it won't relock on the slide. Whereas this, you can put it in, you know, make sure you're putting it in correctly, but it doesn't have to be turned or spun or anything. So once your recoil spring's back in, go ahead and put your slide back on the rails, pull that back, lock your slide back, push your takedown lever back into the lock position, and there you go. Nice and smooth. Huh. Yeah. You're learning a lot, huh? What do you think? Should we do another one? So, this is a big change, obviously. This is my daughter, Eleanor, if you guys haven't met her. In, you know, one of the other videos, here's a link to a video where we were on machines. But I'm adjusting to working full-time while trying to be a dad and start building a house. So I had to film multiple videos in a day. I'm not sure if you guys have seen those videos where I'm wearing the same clothes in 3 or 4 different videos. So, would you like to help me do another video? I think that's a yes. Okay, why don't you help me pick out the next one? Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and get this firearm loaded up and head up to the lead dump and dump some lead. Alright everybody, so the rain pushed us back, had to come up the next day. I did the talking review part on this XDS 40 yesterday. You know, I don't control the weather, so after work I loaded everything up, I came up to the lead dump here and now time for the fun part of this review on our Springfield XDS 40. So yeah, again, it's in 40. My pistols, I usually try to, like to warm up at about 15 to 20 yards, especially with the 3.3 inch barrel. Smaller guns are going to be significantly harder to shoot than your larger guns, so you want to make sure you start out small distance, get used to your shooting range, get comfortable at the distance you're shooting at. Also with these, they include 4 mags. You have 2 7-round mags and 2 6-round mags. So we're going to go ahead and mag dump it. These smaller guns sure are hard to shoot. So mag dumps are fun. I don't care if it's a rifle or a pistol. Mag dumps are always a blast. So for this next round of shooting, I'm just going to go through 2 magazines, taking my time. The first one is going to be the 7-round mag. As you can see, there's a little bit of an extension on it compared to the 6-round mag that is flush at the bottom. It's going to be flush with the bottom of the gun. So we're going to see what the difference is, if that little bit extra grip for your pinky helps with the accuracy. So I landed 5 out of 6. So the extension, it definitely felt a little bit different. It felt a little bit more comfortable with that extension, but I haven't shot this gun in a while, since I'm pretty sure I did the New Year's mag dumps. If you missed that video, you can check it out. I had a lot of fun doing that. So now I am going to do a couple mag swaps. So the mag swaps on this firearm are relatively easy, provided you know your positioning for your spare mags. The mag release is, the slide release is very easy to get to. It's actually pretty lightweight too, so just the slightest little bump is going to release that slide for you. So it's not like you really have to search for it, really yank down on it. Yeah, I mean the mag swaps, in my opinion, I thought were pretty comfortable and pretty quick. So now, unfortunately, I don't have a outside the waistband holster for this, and my holster that I have for my inside the waistband for this firearm really doesn't work with gym shorts. When I'm wearing my gym shorts, I usually carry my 380, something a little bit smaller, very lightweight. But for this, I am just going to start shooting up that 3D silhouette target, because it's going to give us a pretty good indication when all of these tests are all said and done what the comparison is between each caliber. So we're going to go ahead and get this done, and I'll show you guys that. Okay guys, there it is, the Springfield XDS Mod 2 40. It's got the 3.3 inch barrel on it. It's a single stack capacity, so a little bit smaller grip makes it easier to conceal, a little bit more comfortable to carry around every day. I do like the fact that it has the sights with the two different colors. It makes it much easier to refine your front sight and to keep shooting. I like how easy it is to break down. So just as I'm sitting here talking to you guys, bam, there it is. It's very light, pretty accurate for the most part. It is 40, so a little bit more expensive than 9mm. Not crazy, stupid expensive, but a little bit more. So you need to know that going into getting a 40 or getting something bigger than a 9mm. One of the things that I personally don't like is that when you switch, they're over there, when you switch from your 7-round mag to your 6-round mag, you lose that little extra grip for your pinky. Your 6-round magazine, it's flush, so it's weird transitioning from your 7-round to your 6-round. If you're gonna use this as your everyday protection carry, make sure you practice with it. I can't say that enough. Practice doesn't always make perfect, but it helps get you there. So with all that being said, I would recommend it. They're relatively inexpensive to buy. A lot of gun stores have them on the shelves ready to go, and I've even been seeing some in the used case at one of our local gun stores here, specifically in a 45, so we might be adding that one to the collection. But yeah, all said and done, I like it. I think it's a good buy. You guys let me know. So with all that being said, I want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. If you liked what you saw, please click the like and subscribe. Don't forget to like us on Instagram. Let me know if you like the new format. I have a couple out now. The first half are a little bit of background information, how to break it down, cleaning, reassembly, and then shooting. If you guys like that, let me know in the comments. If you don't like it, if you just want to see shooting, let me know. If you want to see just cleaning and maintenancing, let me know. This channel is going to grow based off of what you guys tell me. I like shooting guns, I like cleaning guns, I like making videos, I like doing stuff over here at the Freedom Compound, so let me know what you guys want to see. So with all that being said, thank you guys very much for the support, and we'll see you next time.